Once again, welcome you all for the subject PSA 1. Now we are going to discuss the concept called Power system. We understood the importance of the impedance diagram because it contains a lot of magnetizing circuit, resistance, reactance, all those things. And we are neglecting some of the things. Then we'll come up with some simplified network diagram. That's what we'll call it as reactance diagram. And in a singular diagram, they will mention all the things. Let's give the example like a generator, what we discussed in the earlier concept. That is, it having some MVA rating, transient, subtransient reactance, and what is the base voltage, all those things. But the thing is, it is very difficult the user to understand going with the different value of the rating. So that's why we have to come up with some common solution. So that is a common solution, means the very simplest solution is per unit system. So what do you mean by this per unit system? The per unit value of a given quantity is the ratio of the actual value. Actual value is nothing but they will mention in the values prescribed by the user. Okay, and in any given unit the base value in the same unit. Let's give the example that the generator having the rating of around 10 MVA and the 13 kV. But I wanted to see there is a connected to the transformer, it having some different value of the rating. Let's consider that the transformer is having the 20 MVA and the base voltage is of around 15 kV. So because when you compare the generator and the transformer, these ratings are not same. So I have to see how much of the percentage it is loaded. Okay, then during that condition, this per unit will help us. Okay, according to this, actual value is the what they have mentioned in the value, and the base value is the value which is going to changes from where we bought. Okay, so in a simple way, we'll call it as actual value divided by base value in the same unit. Then we'll call it as it is a per unit of the system. Then we have the different derivation for this subject to one is a single phase, another three phase. Then if there is a change, the base quantities, all those things. The first concept is per unit system, which is applied to a single phase circuits. Let's see. We know that there is a base power. It is a total VA. Okay, voltage into the ampere. B stand for the base value. Then we have the value of the voltage. Okay, B is for the base voltage. Then we wanted to calculate what is the current I is equal to VA divided by VB. Okay, this voltage will get cancelled, remaining is the current, base current. Okay, then we wanted to know what is the impedance of the circuit. Voltage by current will get the impedance. So just to substitute this value, what is IB? IB is equal to VA divided by VB. Okay, so VA divided by VB, this VB goes to the numerator, then you will get it is a VB square. So already VB divided by VA by VB, so VB goes to the numerator, VB square, it is VA base values in ohm. So actual value you will get in terms of the ohm, means the impedance value in terms of the ohm, but I wanted to calculate in terms of the per unit. Okay, so Z in ohm divided by base value. Okay, so we will get it's Z in ohm. What is ZB we got? ZB is equal to VB square divided by VA. Sorry, VB square divided by VA base value. Okay, so what is that? We will get. So this is the value VB square divided by VA base. So there's 1 by something, that's go to the numerator. So Z in ohm into VA base divided by VB. So this is the equation you are supposed to remember. What is Z per unit is equal to Z in ohm into VA base divided by VB square. So this is subjected to a single phase circuit. So what will happens, generally this devices will work at very high voltage and the power levels. So what does this mean that, so this is not only VA, this in terms of the MVA, means that always when we are dealing with high rating of the power system, they will mention in terms of the MVA, that's why we are considering it is MVA base. And already we know that this is a voltage will be specified in terms of the kV, so we'll consider it is a kV base. So then what will happens, this term Z per unit is equal to Z in ohm into VA base divided by VB square will become Z in ohm into MVA base divided by kV base square. The equation is same, just we are making this MVA, it's a kV base square. So this is the equation where we are going to use. Then suppose what will happens if we extend it for three-phase circuit, then so we know that these are working for very high voltage and the power levels we know already. This is a base power is equal to MVA base voltage is equal to kV base. Okay, then we know that it is the current. So why it is 1000 is mean for the 10 to the power of 3. Okay, so MVA divided by root 3 is for the thing of line voltage. Okay, line. So 1000 into MVA divided by MVA base divided by root 3 kV base. So already we know that impedance is equal to 1000 into kV base divided by root 3, because this is also line. So you'll get kV base square divided by MA base. So same thing, Z per unit is equal to Z in ohm divided by Z base. So Z in ohm, okay, divided by ZB is equal to kV base square divided by MVA. So we'll get the final equation. Okay, that is Z per unit is equal to Z in ohm into MVA base divided by kV base square. So what does this mean that, so this is formula, so this is nothing but it is identical for both if you applied for a single phase or to the three phase. So hence, so this can be applied for any of the circuit for single as well as the three phase circuits. Let's coming to that next concept, that is a change the base quantity. What does this mean then? So I had earlier already I had given one example that if the actual values and the base values, if it is not the same, then what is the equation we are going to use it? Let's consider that generator it having a 10 MVA base and 13 kV. I wanted to see that the generator it having 20 MVA and 15 kV. So I need to see how much of the generator is get overloaded or underloaded, what is the percentage of it. Okay, so means per unit value of it. So in that condition this will help, that is change the base quantities. Let's consider, we know that kV B is the base value, old is represent for the old values of MVA and the kV base value for the old. Then kV base, this is a new value of the voltage and the MVA rating. Okay, this is represent for the new value. Then we know that it is a Z per unit old is equal to per unit impedance of the circuit on a old basis. Already we know the equation. So what is that? Just I am writing this, Z per unit is equal to Z in ohm into MVA base divided by kV base square. You know the equation. Just I am making this, this is the value of the old. Okay, means MVA base is subjected to the old and voltage is subjected to the old value as well. Then if Z per unit new is equal to the per unit impedance of the circuit on a new base, what is this equation is? The same thing. Z per unit is equal to Z in ohm into MVA base divided by kV base square, but here it is a new, this is also new. Understand? But what is the impedance value will be in terms of the ohm value. This is subjected, the equation 1 is subjected to old value. This is subjected to new value. So what we are doing, equation 2 divided by equation 1. This is RHS side. This is LHS side. Okay, left hand side and the RN side. So what I will get? So Z per unit new is equal to Z per unit old into MVA new divided by MVA old into kV base square old divided by kV base square new. So this is the equation you are supposed to remember when there is a change in the base quantities. Otherwise, how you need to remember? Okay, this is new, this is old, MVA new by old, KV base square old by new. Okay, if it is new, this is old. If it is old, this is a new. So this is the equation you are supposed to remember if the base values are get changes. We understood the equation for single phase and the three phase. Then if there is a change, the new values. But what is the advantages and the limitations of the per unit system? Okay, this is a per unit merits and demerits of the per unit system. Let's see what are the merits are. The first one is per unit impedance of the transformer is the same referred to the either side of the it. So the method of the connection of the transformer do not affect the per unit impedance of the transformer. So it is a meaning that if you are transferring from primary to the secondary or to the secondary to the primary, this per unit impedance values, it won't affect on the system. Then coming to that, next one is, it is not depending upon the way of the connection what we are going to make it. You can connect either to the star to delta, delta to the star, delta delta, any way of the circuit. This is the most advantages of the per unit system. Then the values, the variation of the values is in a smaller range, hence the errors involved in the computations are very less. So generally, if the per unit values will be around 0.003, so generally it will be subjected to around a 2 digits or after the 2 digits of the decimal point or 3 digits of the decimal point. So considering that, so whatever the values of the errors which you are considering, it is very less, and also subjected to that much of the size of the power system, we can neglect it. This is the second advantages. Then third one is, usually the nameplate ratings will be marked in the per unit and the base of the nameplate rating. So nowadays in all the equipment they will mention, most of the equipments are mentioned on per unit base. So we already know that the per unit values, which is same for both a single phase and the three phase system. Then coming to that, what is the limitation or the demerits? Suppose the proper base are not chosen, then the resulting per unit values may be highly observed. So what does this mean? That if you are wrongly choosing that any of the new base values is goes wrong, entire the problems what we are going to solve, it is not correct. So that's why we have to be more cautious while selecting the base values, means a new change the base values. Then this may cause the confusion to the error. Okay, while we are selecting the base value, we should tell them why it is so, why we are considering. So these are the subsequent conflict we have. Okay, I'm going to address in a subsequent videos when you are solving some numericals, why we have to consider this is the base values, why can't another one. Okay, all those things that we are going to solve you. Okay, this problem can be avoided by selecting the base MUA near the high rated equipment. Generally what they will do, while solving, especially in the while selection of the circuit breaker, so this is going to happen. That is nothing but select in the base MVA which is near the high rated equipment. So generally we will see in all the network which is having the highest MVA rating. So this is going to be considered to avoid the conflict while solving the numericals. So these are the merits and demerits of the per unit system. Let's see one of the example. Okay, what we derived the per unit values. We understood what is the advantages. We wanted to check that. Okay, so I told that the per unit can be applied, means we can transfer either from primary to the secondary or secondary to the primary. That's one of the example, that is show that per unit impedance of the two winding transformer will remain same, refer to the primary as well as secondary. Sometimes they may ask for the reactance as well. Okay, they may ask for impedance or the reactance. Okay, let's see. What we are considering is MVA base rated MVA of the transformer. So that we have to see here. Suppose I do have a transformer like this. Okay, this is a primary and the secondary. What generally we'll do, okay, let's consider that it having, this is the primary, okay, and this is the secondary. Okay, so what will happens, this primary voltage and the secondary voltage will not remain the same. If it is the isolation transformer, then only it is remains the same. Okay, let's give the example. I will consider that it is 230 volt. Okay, 230 volt for the example. Okay, it need not be at 230, and considering it is 11 kV. Why I am telling all those things? Okay, that's an important concept. Okay, but we are considering that it is an 1 kVA transformer. Understand? So what does it mean? This is the meaning that 1 kVA will be remain the same for entire transformer. The kVA rating of the transformer remains the same. Only the primary and the secondary voltage will vary. That's what I mean to say. MVA, or this is it is in terms of MVA. I am writing it is in terms of kVA. Okay. This is for the example. The MVA base is the rated MVA of the transformer. It is meaning that what is the kVA we are considering, that will remains for the transformer. There is no change in the value, that you have to remember. Okay. What is the kV1? Base is equal to base voltage in the primary side, this side. Okay, kV2 base value is the base voltage in the secondary side. Okay, so we are considering Z equivalent 1 is the base impedance of the transformer referred to primary side if I am transferring from secondary to the primary, and Z equivalent 2 is the base impedance of the transformer referred to secondary. So here either you can transfer from a primary to the secondary, whatever the thing, we know it. So already we know the equation. So what is that equation? Says Z equivalent 1. Okay, because why I am considering this is subject of primary side. Okay, Z equivalent 1 in per unit is equal to Z in ohm, already we know, into MVA base divided by kV base. This is what referred to primary side. Equivalent 1 is referred to primary side. This is also equivalent 1 in ohm. MVA base is the common to both primary and the secondary side. So divided by kV1. Okay, because it is subjected to 1, means the primary. Okay, Z equivalent 1 per unit is equal to Z equivalent in ohm into MVA base divided by kV1 base square. Okay, already we know the equation. Similarly, consider it is for equivalent to, what will happen? Z equivalent 2 in per unit is equal to Z in ohm, that is equivalent 2 in ohm, into MVA base divided by kV base square. What is kV? It is subjected to secondary side. It is kV2 is equal to Z equivalent 2. Okay, so considering this, so where, so I can make it that, fine. So where Z equivalent 2 in ohm is equal to Z equivalent 2 in ohm into kV base 2 kV kV2 base square divided by kV1 base square. How do you got this? Okay, you can consider this is the equation. So how you got this? You can make this equation 2 divided by 1 will get. Okay, equation 2, what is it? Z equivalent 2 divided by Z equivalent 1. So what are the common things is a common? Here it is MUA base and MUA base is a common. So these two will be get cancels. So what you will get? Z equivalent 2 divided by Z equivalent 1 is equal to kV2 base square divided by kV1 base square. Is it? So we are supposed to calculate what is Z equivalent 2 is equal to. It is Z equivalent 1 ohm into kV2 base square divided by kV1 base square. So substitute this equation 3 into what we will get. So we know that already equation 2, what is it? Z equivalent 2 in per unit is equal to Z equivalent 1 in ohm into what is it? So we are writing this equation 1, that is Z equivalent in ohm, okay, in ohm, substituting it is in terms of Z equivalent 1 in per unit. So what does this mean? That so this equation, that is Z equivalent 1 in ohm, so that is equal to Z equivalent 1 in per unit into this is go to LHS side. Okay, so this is go to LHS side, means upper side. Okay, it is a numerator, and this is equation come to denominator side. Okay, it is MUA base will be divided, kV1 base square will be go to the numerator side. Okay, that is what the mean for. Okay, MUA base divided by kV1 base square. So already we have that is kV2 base square divided by kV1 base square. By doing the simplification, what you will get? This kV2, this is also base square, this is B. Okay, kV2 base. Okay, this is also B, supposed to be B. Okay, sorry. Okay, this is also B. Okay, and this is also MUA base B. So what will get? So kV2 base square, kV2 base square will get cancels. So what will get? MUA base divided by kV2 base square. So what is this? Z equivalent 1 in ohm into MUA base divided by kV base square. We will get, we know that it is a Z equivalent in power rate. Okay, Z equivalent in power rate. So that is equal to Z equivalent in ohm into MUA base divided by kV1 base square. So it is nothing but, it doesn't mean that you should have this equation. Either you can substitute this any of the equation. You can consider this equation. So that is Z equivalent in per unit value is equal to this equation, and by considering that this is Z equivalent 1 in per unit is equal to Z equivalent 2 in per unit values. So either you can transfer from primary to the secondary or secondary to the primary as well. Let's see one of the example, that is calculate the per unit impedance of the synchronous motor, which is having the rating of 200 kVA, 13.2 kV, and having the rating of 50 ohm per phase. So first we have to consider the base value. Okay, so here there is no such thing that there is a change in the values. Okay, so what we will do, the base voltage is what is that? 13.2 kV. Okay, kV base is equal to 13.2 kV. So what is the base power? Base power is equal to MUA base, you are supposed to consider. But the thing is, they had given in terms of kVA. Okay, so I have to consider it is in terms of MVA divided by 1000, you will get 0.2 MVA. So we have to calculate what is the reactance. Z per unit is equal to, means X per unit is equal to X in ohm into MVA base divided by kV base square. What is the ohm? You can see here, you have to be very careful here. Sometimes they will give in terms of ohm, they will give in terms of the percentage. Okay, then sometimes they will give in terms of per unit. You have to be more cautious while considering this the reactance or the impedance, whatever the value we have. Okay, it is 50. What is MEA base? It is 0.2. Okay, no need to consider it is MEA multiplied by 10 to the power of 6. Okay, so it is just its MEA is 0.2 MVA. Okay, so what is the kV value? Similarly, it is 13.2. You will get the values 0.057448. Let's see another example, that is the primary and the secondary sides of a single side of single phase 1 MVA 4 kV bar 2 kV transformer have a leakage reactance of 2 ohm each. Find the per unit reactance of the transformer to the primary and secondary side. This is the one of the example which is happening. So what is this meaning? That the MVA is the common, 4 kV is the primary and 2 kV is the secondary. We have to calculate what is the per unit reactance of the transformer to the primary and the secondary side. So first what we need to do is we have to consider the base value. So what is MEA base? It is 1 MVA. What is the primary voltage is 4 kV. Similarly, what is secondary side voltage is 4 kV. Sorry, it is a 2 kV. Okay, it's not 4 kV. So what is that? Leakage reactance of 2 ohm each. What is stand for? The primary and the secondary reactance are 2 ohm each. Okay. So what we have to calculate? We have to calculate total reactance referred to the primary side. First we are calculating for primary side, then we will going for secondary side. So what is it? X01? X01 is the equivalent reactance referred to the primary side. So what is the equivalent reactance referred to primary side is the primary reactance plus secondary reactance referred to the primary side. Okay. So this is the same. What is x2 dash? X2 dash is equal to, it is whatever the thing you can consider, it is multiplied by k square or divided by k square. It is left to how you are considering it is V2 by V1 or V1 by V2 or I1 by I2 or vice versa, whatever the thing you can consider. Okay, but here what I am considering it is x2 by k square. What is k square? K square is equal to V2 by V1. Understood? So I am considering it is k value is the V2 by V1. So if you have anything, just so I will write it is, okay. What is k value? I am considering it is k value is equal to, it is V2 divided by V1. Okay. So let's see, this is x2 by k square. What is V2 by V1? So 1 by V2 by V1 goes to numerator. That's it. V1 is goes to numerator. So that is k V1 by V2 whole square. Okay, because it's a k square. So what is x2 dash? X2 dash, just this value I am considering. X2 dash is equal to x2 into V1 by V2 square. Okay. So what is a V1 value? Already we know that it is 4. Okay, what is V2 value? It is 2. Okay, 2. So 4 by 2 whole square we will get 8 ohm. So x0, what is the equivalent? X0 is equal to 2 plus 8. What is it? 8? It is x2 dash is equal to 10 ohm. So remember this. This value, it is in terms of the ohm. Okay, this is in terms of ohm. Remember this. Okay, this is in terms of ohm. Okay, it is x01, it is in terms of ohm, but we have to calculate in terms of farad. We know that what is x01 farad is equal to x01 ohm into MA base divided by kV base square. But you have to be very careful here. It is subjected to the V1. What is V1 stand for? The primary voltage. Okay, kV1 base square. So what is MEA base? We are considering it is 1. What is kV base? It is 4. 1 by 4 square will get 0.625 per unit values. Let's see. I told already that per unit reactance means per unit system can be used for either to the primary or to the secondary side. So let's see. Total reactance referred to the secondary side. We will check once again. Okay. What is x02 is equal to x2 plus x1 dash? What is stand for? This primary is referred to the secondary side. So what is x1 is equal to multiplied by x1 into k square. What is k? V2 by V1 square. Okay. So calculate this. X1 dash is equal to x1 into V2 by V1 square. That's k V2 by kV1 whole square. What is V2? It is 2 kV divided by what is the primary? It is 4. Okay. So I got it is 0.5 ohm. So we have to calculate. It is x0 2. Okay. X0 2. What is it? 2. Already we know that. What is it? Primary? It is x2. X1 is 2 ohm. Okay. Sorry, x2 is also 2 ohm. Okay. 2 plus 0.5 is x1 dash. We will get 2.5 ohm. But what we are supposed to calculate? We are supposed to calculate the per unit value. X02 per unit value is equal to x02 in ohm into MVA base divided by kV base square. MVA base is 1, kV2 subject to secondary side 2 square, you will get 0.625 per unit values. So what does this mean? So either whatever the thing you are considering, this x01 per unit value is also 0.625, x02 per unit value is also 0.625 per unit. So it is a meaning that either you can refer from primary to the secondary or secondary to the primary side as well. Next numerical is this is something different. This is based on 3-winding transformer. Okay, let's see. A 3-winding transformer has the rating as follows. The primary, it is connected in star having a 6.6 kV and 15 MVA. Secondary is also star connected 33 kV and 10 MVA, and the tertiary winding is delta connected 2.2 kV 7.5 MVA. The leakage impedance which is measured from primary side, so primary to the secondary is making tertiary is short circuited, so that is J.232 ohm. Primary to tertiary is J.29 ohm, and on the secondary side, secondary to tertiary, it is J 8.7 ohm. So we have to find the star connected equivalent on a base of 15 MVA 6.6 kV in the primary circuit neglect resistances. So you have to see here, so whatever these values are referred to their own base, but here new bases are not same. So these are the actual values, these are the base values. Okay, new change the base values. This is the actual value and this is the new change in the base values. Let's see how to move forward. Okay, so let's see what is the primary voltage side. It is 15 MVA. What is the primary voltage is 6.6 kV. So why we are considering this is the base value, because they have mentioned that this is supposed to be the base value of the circuit. Understand? This is supposed to be the base value. Why it is base value? Because they have mentioned that 15 MVA is remains the same and 6.6 kV is the remain the same for the entire circuit. So this is 15 MVA and kVp base is the 6.6 kV. Then coming to that secondary side, so what is the MVA base? Thus MEA base value means new MEA base value will not going to change into the circuit. Clear? This MEA base piece is going to be remain the same on the entire circuit. There is a change only of the voltage. Okay. So what is that? MEA base is equal to 15 MVA. Okay. What is secondary voltage? Secondary side voltage is equal to, means this is subject to high voltage side. Why it is subject to high voltage? Because this is low voltage, this is high voltage. High voltage is equal to low voltage into, okay, low voltage into HT rating of the transformer divided by LT rating of the transformer. That we are going to discuss once again. Okay. So what is that earlier value? It is 6.6 kV. Okay, on base. Okay. This is new change, the base value is 33 divided by what is the actual value, it is 6.6. So see, this 6.6, this 6.6 will be going to cancel, so we'll get 33 kV. So that's what your this. They remember this once again. I will explain while solving the some of the numerical and what are the methods to follow to draw an online diagram. Okay, so that's kV base. It is an HV is equal to LT into HV rating of the transformer divided by LT rating of the transformer. Just to remember. Okay, so that is what is the value we'll get. It is 33 kV. Okay. So we have to calculate what is ZPS, ZPT and ZST, all those things. So in terms of per unit values, okay, primary to secondary is equal to ZPS in terms of ohm into MVA base divided by subjected to the primary, okay. Whatever the things we are making, it is subject to the entire circuit is based on primary voltage, okay. So ZPS in ohm, we have the value, it's 0.232. MVA base, this new change the MVA base, okay, what is it? This 15 MVA. The primary voltage is 6.6 kV, okay. So you'll get 0.08 per unit values. The primary to tertiary in per unit value is equal to in ohm into MVA base divided by kVp base square. Why it is kVp base square? We are calculating these values based on the primary side, not on the tertiary, okay. So this is the value. Then, so what will happen? MEA base divided by kVp base square. You will get 15 divided by, what is the base value? It is 6.6 kV. So what is the base voltage on the primary side? 6.6. You will get 0.1 ohm. Then coming to that ZST in per unit is equal to ZST in ohm into MEA base divided by kV. This is not the P. This is supposed to be kV. S, because we are making on secondary circuit, okay. So what is secondary circuit? Or you can think that, okay, or you think that you are going to refer, means the secondary is referred on the primary side, okay. So what will happen is ZST in per unit is equal to ZST in ohm into MVA base divided by kV as base square, okay. So what is ZST value? It is J 8.7, MA base is 15, secondary side voltage what we got is 33 kV, okay. So 33 kV will get J 0.12 ohm. So already we know that what is ZP, okay. Already we have derived the equation on 3-winding transformer, okay. ZP is equal to PS plus PT minus ST, okay. So means that you make it that this is the primary, okay, this is the primary, okay, this is the secondary and the tertiary. So we are making the circuit from primary to the secondary, okay. So this into this and this into means primary to secondary, primary to tertiary. Secondary to tertiary is means it is subtracted, okay. PS plus PT minus ZST, okay. There is no proper connection from secondary tertiary to the primary, okay. Means it is isolated, PS plus PT minus ZST. So already we got what is the PS and PT and ZST value, substitute, you will get 0.03 ohm. So similarly ZS is equal to, we will get ZST, ZSP, or you can make it ZPS. It is, and also subtract and subtraction of primary to the tertiary, okay. That is minus ZPT or ZTP, whatever the thing we have. Substitute these values, you will get 0.05 per unit value. Similarly, ZT is equal to tertiary to the primary and tertiary to the secondary, or you can make it as it is ZPT and ZST, whatever the thing we have, minus it is P to S or S to P. So this is a subtract. You will get 0.07 per unit value. So this is the equivalent. Substitute this value, primary, secondary and tertiary. Why it is connected in this way? Because the network is connected in a star fashion, okay, primary, secondary and tertiary. This is one of the question. Next, another numerical we have. This is basically based on if there is a change in the base voltage, how we need to solve this numerical. Okay, let's see the generator one, which having 100 MVA rating, 33 kV, reactance of 10 percentage. It is in terms of percentage. Okay, earlier they had given in terms of ohm. Generator 2 is 150 MVA, 32 kV, reactance of 8 percentage. 3 having 110 MVA, 30 and reactance of 12 percentage. What we need to do is we need to determine the reactance of the generator corresponding on the base voltage of base values of 200 MVA, 35 kV. So this is the meaning that, so this is the new values we are supposed to consider. Okay, 200 MVA on 35 kV base. So let's see, we know that the equation says that x per unit nu is equal to x per unit in volt MVA base in nu divided by MVA base volt into kV base square volt value divided by kV base square nu value. Okay, this is the equation already we derived it. So you need to remember. Okay, substitute those values. Subject to the first one. Okay, x per unit nu value. What is the per volt value? It is 100 MVA. Okay, so sorry, this is not subject to 100 MVA. It is we are talking on the x per unit in volt value. Okay, so what is that x per unit in volt value? A reactance of 10 percentage. 10 percentage in the 10 divided by 100, you will get 0.1. Okay, so what is the MVA base new value? New value is 200. Okay, and what is the volt value? It is 100 MVA. Okay, into kV base square volt value. Volt value means they have mentioned in the numerical. Okay, so actual value it is 33 and new value is 35. 33 divided by 35, it is a square because it is a voltage is multiplied by square of the value. Okay, so you'll get 0.1777 per unit value, and x2 to xg2, that is a generator 2 per unit new value is equal to x per unit volt value is what is that? Reactance of 8 percentage. You will get 0.08. 8 divided by 100, you will get 0.08. New value is of 200 MVA, and the what is the volt value? It is 150 MVA into the kV base square volt value. What is the volt value? It is 32 kV. Okay, new value is 35 kV. It is the square of this value. You will get. Okay, so this is 32 square divided by 35 square. Here also it is same. Okay, 30 by 35 square. Okay, you get 0.08916. X3 generator is also we will get new value is called volt value. What is the new volt value is 12 percentage. We will get 0.12. Okay, new value is 200 divided by volt value is 110. It's the volt value of the voltage is 30 kV and new value is 35 square. So you will get 0.1603. You can remember here. So this MVA new will be remains the same for entire numerical. Okay, so this is you're supposed to remember. Here the voltage is also same, but in subsequent numericals this will not be remain the same. So this is the simplest numerical on changing the new values.